The governor of West Virginia, a guy named Patrick Morrisey, and a state senator over there, Chris Rose, think they see an opportunity to mooch off our prosperity here in Virginia. Morrisey last week, commenting on the blue wave in the Virginia election, sent a message to the red counties out our way via Facebook, assuming he feels their frustration. Here was what he said. It's about to get awful blue in the Commonwealth of Virginia. He said, don't wait for the high taxes to heavy regulations to come. Now's your chance to escape to wild and wonderful West Virginia. Now, this Patrick Morrisey guy was born in Brooklyn, raised in New Jersey, graduated from Rutgers. That's West Virginia for you right there. He moved to West Virginia at the age of 39 and barely West Virginia, Harpers Ferry. I mean, that's just inside the state border there. I mean, they're pretty much right there, Virginia, Maryland, West Virginia. It was an accident in history that the dude's even from West Virginia. Now he's the governor. Good for that guy. Now that post from that guy, the governor from the guy from New Jersey, came a day after Rose, who's at least from West Virginia. He's a fourth generation coal miner. At least he identifies as such. He launched his own publicity stunt. This was on election day. I guess it was becoming clear to the folks on the other side of the line that Democrats are going to win the elections here in Virginia. And so that guy. I introduced a state senate resolution inviting 27 of our counties and three from up in Maryland that are, pretty much cut off from the rest of Maryland, it seems. I mean, there's a barely a little of a slip of land there in between the Virginia and Pennsylvania borders that is still part of Maryland. Anyway, he wants to invite them to West Virginia. This only has my attention because one of the counties in Virginia that this guy wants to invite over to join West Virginia is Augusta County. I'm Augusta Free Press guy. I'm descended from a long line of Grahams who settled in this area in the 1730s. So yeah, this one gets my attention. This Rose guy said on a Facebook post, this resolution is about empowering communities to choose governance that truly reflects their values and needs. He emphasized in a press release that he no doubt wrote. He posted it to his Facebook page. I can't imagine this guy's got a staff. He said that the move could address residents' concerns over policies in their current states that may not align with local priorities such as Second Amendment rights, economic development, and rural representation. Several doses of reality for these fellows. I've not seen anybody on our side of the line say, we need to do this. Even the reddest of Republicans, and I'll talk about that in a second. Big part of that is we do pretty well over here in Virginia relative to how they're doing over in West Virginia on our own. And then we do even better because we got Northern Virginia paying a lot of our bills for us. Fairfax County, for example, median household income up there is $150,000. They pay a lot of state taxes. A lot of that comes our way. Our median income here is not bad. It's just under $80,000. Over in West Virginia, $57,000. So, okay, here is the reality check. If we decide to leave, if we, Augusta County, for example, Rockingham County up to my north, decide to leave Virginia and go to West Virginia, we go from being counties that benefit from Northern Virginia helping pay our bills, we become Northern Virginia to West Virginia. We're all of a sudden the rich guys. We go from being sort of the, hey, help us out over here in our part of the state to, hey, we're the rich uncle all of a sudden. We're the guy who won, we're the family member who won a lottery. As it stands now, Northern Virginia subsidizes our schools, our roads, things like that. We go from that to being the people who, subsidize our poor neighbors to the west, their roads, their schools, whatever else they need help with, because we're the people with money in the family all of a sudden. All of that for Second Amendment rights. Second Amendment rights are a federal issue, so it's not like any state just going to take away your Second Amendment rights. Nobody's ever talking about that. That's just what the MAGAs like to say, because they ain't got much else to talk about. Also, economic development and rural representation. What kind of economic development are we talking about that we need help with from West Virginia? Musketry, for example. It's been a while since that's been a part of the economic development strategy. As for rural representation, I reached out to our rural Republican representatives. I've heard back from two at this point. Chris Head, who's Senate District, he lives down in Roanoke, 95 miles away from me, but somehow he's my state senator because of gerrymandering. He said he hadn't heard anything about this and has no opinion. The best comment was from Ellen Campbell. She's the House a delegates representative from my area. I live in Waynesboro. She represents Waynesboro, Stanton, Augusta County, Rockbridge County, which, by the way, Rockbridge County was not on the invite list I think if I'm Rockbridge County, I'm a little offended at that. This guy left me off his list. Anyway, she offered a classic zinger. I'm gonna just read this here. I've seen this on social media, but have not received a formal invitation. Chris Rose said he sent a formal invitation to the delegates and state senators over here in our part of the state. She's not received it yet. It's been over a week, so Chris Rose didn't tell the truth there. Or, maybe the horses bringing the mail over from West Virginia just are delayed. I don't know. Back to Campbell, I would say if they're interested in a change, those 55 counties in West Virginia can come home to the Commonwealth. Country Roads was about Virginia anyway, and all I can say to that is, damn. I didn't vote for her in the last election, but maybe I should have. I don't know. Anyway, that was good.